Hey there, my friend. How are you today? Wherever you are in the world, maybe you're on your way to work, taking a walk, relaxing at home, or studying in a quiet corner. I just want to say, I'm really glad you're here. Thanks for pressing play and spending this moment with me. This is your time, your space to listen, learn, grow, and maybe, just maybe, think a little differently about life and about yourself. Learning English is more than just vocabulary and grammar. It's about connection. It's about finding your voice. It's about expressing your ideas, your emotions, and your decisions. And today, we're going to talk about something really important: decisions. But before we dive in, take a moment, take a breath. Let go of the stress, the noise, the pressure of the day. You're doing great. Even if things feel heavy right now, even if you're confused or unsure or tired, just know this: you're not alone. And everything you need to take the next step is already inside you. All right, let's talk. Decisions, big or small, easy or difficult, decisions shape everything. They guide us, define us, and sometimes they change our entire story. Think about it. Life is a series of moments, and sometimes all it takes is one decision to completely shift your path. One brave yes, one powerful no, one small step forward despite the fear, the doubt, the unknown. We often think change has to be massive or dramatic, like quitting a job, moving to another country, starting a business. But the truth is, change begins with one choice. A simple, honest, intentional choice. The decision to leave what's comfortable, to pursue what sets your soul on fire, to walk away from what drains you, to finally believe in your own worth. And here's the thing: what are decisions, really? A decision is a moment of power. It's when you say to yourself, this is who I am, this is what I want, this is the path I choose. Even the tiniest decision, like waking up early, drinking more water, or studying English for 10 minutes, can create a ripple effect. It builds discipline. It strengthens confidence. It makes you the kind of person who shows up for life and for yourself. So how do you take decisions when you're confused? Start small. Listen to your inner voice. Ask yourself, what do I truly want? What will bring me peace, progress, or purpose? Not what people expect, not what fear whispers, but what your heart, your soul, and your future self would thank you for. Because in a world filled with noise and opinions, deciding for yourself is an act of courage. Here's another truth: not choosing is also a choice. And often, it's the choice that keeps us stuck. So, how can you be more confident when making decisions? Practice. Yes, like everything else, confidence grows with practice. Start making small decisions daily. Be intentional. Pay attention to it. What feels right? Trust yourself a little more each time. And even if you make a wrong decision, it's okay. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. There is no failure, only feedback. The future you want doesn't require perfection. It requires intention, the willingness to decide and then commit, to keep choosing again and again. And when the road gets hard, and remember this: every big success story started with one decision. I won't give up. I'm going for it. I deserve better. I'm ready. So don't wait for the perfect moment. There is power in now. One decision can open new doors, shift your mindset, and start a ripple that transforms your life. You're always one choice away from a completely different reality. Choose boldly. choose wisely. Choose you. Asterisk. So now, let's talk about something real. Have you ever had a moment where you had to make a tough decision? Maybe it was something small, like whether to speak up in class, or whether to say no to something that didn't feel right. Or maybe it was something big like choosing a career, ending a relationship, or moving away from home. Whatever it was, you probably remember how it felt. That mixture of fear and excitement. That moment where you paused, stood at a mental crossroad, and asked yourself, what should I do? That's the beauty of being human. We all face those moments, and the truth is we all struggle with them. Even the most confident people, even the most successful ones, still ask themselves, am I doing the right thing? You see, decision-making is not about knowing everything. It's about being willing to move forward, even when you don't. So, how do we become better at making decisions? Let's break it down. First, clarity. You need to know what matters to you. What are your values? What do you care about? When you understand your own priorities, your decisions become clearer. Second, courage. Sometimes the best decision is the scariest one, because it challenges your comfort zone. But growth and comfort rarely live in the same space. Third, commitment. Once you've made a decision, commit to it. Don't keep looking back. Don't keep second-guessing. Move forward with faith, not fear. You're not always going to get it perfect. But here's something powerful. You don't need to, because every decision leads you somewhere. Even the wrong turns help you discover the right path. Let's take an example. Imagine two people. One waits and waits for the perfect time. They keep thinking, analyzing, worrying, but the time never feels right, so they stay stuck. The other, they take a small step. Maybe they're unsure, maybe they're scared, but they move. And in that movement, they find clarity. They discover strength. They grow. Which one do you want to be? It's okay to pause. It's okay to think. But don't let fear become your habit, because confidence is not something you're born with. It's something you build one decision at a time. Let me tell you something personal. There were times I was afraid to speak up, afraid to start. But when I finally made a decision to try, to learn, to grow, everything started to change. Not all at once, not in some magical, movie-like way, but slowly, beautifully, consistently. And now, here I am, talking to you, because I chose to try. So let me ask you, what is one decision you've been avoiding? Think about it. Sending that message, starting that project, forgiving someone, believing in yourself, letting go of something that's been holding you back. Whatever it is, take a breath and take a step. You don't need all the answers. You just need the courage to choose. And remember, there is no such thing as a small decision, because every choice you make creates your reality, your habits, your mindset, your life. So be the kind of person who decides, who acts, who leads, because your future self is waiting, and they're cheering for you. Asterisk. So let's do something together right now. Just pause and repeat this sentence after me. I have the power to decide. Say it again. I have the power to decide. Now say, I trust myself to choose what's right for me. Good. Say it out loud. Through practice. You see, practicing English is just like practicing decision-making. It's uncomfortable at first. You worry you'll make mistakes or sound wrong. But the more you speak, the easier it becomes. The more you decide to show up, even when it's hard. The stronger you get, and you don't have to figure everything out. Today, you just need to take the next right step. That might mean deciding to learn one new word today, or deciding to turn off distractions and really listen to this podcast, or deciding to believe that your voice, your life, and your choices matter, because they do. Let's take a moment to reflect. What's one area of your life where you've been waiting? Waiting for permission, waiting for the right time, waiting for someone to tell you what to do. Now ask yourself, what would happen if I stopped waiting and started deciding? What would it look like if I chose progress over perfection, action over fear, growth over comfort? Let me give you a gentle truth. You're not stuck because you don't have options. You're stuck because you haven't decided. So let this be your reminder. You are allowed to choose, to try, to fail, to begin again. Being a decision maker doesn't mean you never get it wrong. It means you don't let fear make your choices for you. And here's something else I want you to remember. Your decisions don't have to make sense to everyone. They just need to feel right to you. Sometimes the most powerful decision you can make is to stop asking for approval and start giving yourself permission. Permission to rest, to change, to grow, to leave, to begin, to shine. This is your life, and no one else can live it for you. So ask yourself, what am I choosing today? Because every moment is a decision to move forward or stay still, to speak up or stay silent, to believe in your potential or not. And the truth is, not choosing is also a choice. So, if you're going to choose something, choose you. Choose the version of yourself that wants more, that believes in growth, that isn't afraid to start over, that knows deep down I'm capable of more. You're always one decision away from a new beginning, one choice away from a better habit, one moment away from changing everything. So today, don't wait. Decide to rise, decide to act, decide to believe. And if your voice shakes, speak anyway. If your legs tremble, walk anyway. If your heart is uncertain, choose anyway. Because courage doesn't mean you have no fear. It means you move, even when fear is present. Let's make this practical. I want you to think of a decision you've already made in your life. Something small or something big, doesn't matter. Maybe it was the decision to start learning English. Maybe it was the decision to leave a place, end a friendship, or try something new. Now ask yourself, what did that decision teach me? Even if it didn't go exactly how you expected, did it make you stronger, wiser, braver? Every decision teaches you something. And that's why we should never fear making them. Now, let's do a little bit of speaking practice. I'll say a sentence. You repeat after me. Speak slowly, clearly, and with belief. Ready. I make decisions that help me grow. Again, I make decisions that help me grow. Now say, every step I take leads me closer to my goals. One more time. Every step I take leads me closer to my goals. And this one, I am not afraid to choose what's right for me. Good. Say it again. I am not afraid. Choose what's right for me. How did that feel? Even if it felt a little awkward, that's okay. You're building something powerful. Hear your inner voice, and your voice deserves to be heard. Let's take this a little deeper. What does it mean to be a decision maker? It means you take responsibility for your life. You stop blaming others. You stop waiting for permission. You stop living on autopilot. You start asking, what do I really want? What kind of life do I want to build? What habits support the future I dream of? Being a decision maker doesn't mean you have everything figured out. It simply means you are willing to choose, try, and trust yourself through the process. You are not here to be a passenger in your own life. You are here to drive it, to steer it, to lead it with purpose. So let's practice that idea again. Repeat after me. I am the leader of my life. Again, I am the leader of my life. I choose what I allow, what I pursue, and what I believe. One more time, I choose what I allow, what I pursue, and what I believe. That's it. Keep repeating these truths until they feel real to you, because they are real. And the more you say them, the more your mind starts to believe. Let's slow things down for a moment. Close your eyes if you can, or just soften your focus. Take a slow breath in and let it out again. In and out. Now imagine your future self, maybe 1 year from now. A stronger you, a wiser you, a more confident you. That version of you exists. They're waiting for you to make the decisions today that will lead you to them. So, what's one thing you can do today? What's one decision you've been putting off? What's one small, brave choice you can make right now? Because today, you get to choose. Asterisk. Let's bring everything together now. You've listened. You've reflected. You've spoken words of belief, of courage, of growth. And if you've made it this far, I want to say thank you. Thank you for showing up for yourself. Thank you for listening with an open heart. Thank you for being willing to think differently. You see, this is how change begins. Not always with a big moment, but with a quiet shift, with a small spark, with one decision. Because you don't need a perfect plan. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to choose something that moves you forward. Every day, life gives you choices. To react or respond. To stay where you are or reach for more. To wait or to act. And today, you made the decision to learn, to listen, to grow. That's not small. That's everything. So here's your final speaking practice for today. I'll say the sentence, then you repeat after me. Say it slowly, clearly, with heart. My choices create my future. Once more, my choices create my future. I trust myself to make decisions that lead to growth. Say it again. I trust myself to make decisions that lead to growth. Now this, every day, I choose to believe in my power. Again, every day, I choose to believe in my power. And finally, I decide, I commit, I become. One more time, with confidence, I decide, I commit. Yes, you are becoming stronger, clearer, more you. So as you go back into your day, whether you're heading to work, studying, relaxing at home, or just thinking about what's next, remember this: you are the author of your life. No one else holds the pen. No one else decides what happens next. So choose to write a bold chapter. Choose to make decisions with love, with courage, and with purpose. And when doubt shows up, because it will gently remind yourself, I've made it through so much already. I trust myself to keep going. There is power in every single step. There is power in every single choice. And there is power in you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for choosing growth. Thank you for choosing you. This is your journey, and I'm cheering for you. Always. Until next time, take care of your thoughts. Speak kindly to yourself, and never forget the next version of your life might be just one decision away. You get to decide, and that is your superpower.